ongoing inquiries and investigations.
Okay, let's take a step back, Congressman, if we could just piece together the story. So at this point, we know that you got a call from the district engineer, right, asking for a meeting. So you accommodated him. He went to your office, tama ba? And that's when he offered the 3.1 million pesos in cash. Did you know him before? How does he have your number?
He contacted my staff because we work with him on inspecting the ongoing projects in the first district, and he was offering an SOP on the 2025 projects of the first district, apart from what would be an SOP on the 2026 projects. The latter is already, as the name suggests, a standard operating procedure for district representatives, and the former was offered because the projects are currently being investigated by us for being substandard, and we have already verified that some of them do not have, for example, the length of sheet piles on flood control projects that are what DPWH paid for. And during our conversation, he assured me that the substandard projects will be rectified, as I stated in my affidavit that I filed this morning. And he said that the contractors want to help by, sabi niya po, gustong magpadala ng suporta para sa aking mga programa para sa edukasyon. So I suppose people talk in euphemisms when they try and deliver an SOP. And 0.1M was just 3% of a 104 million peso list of projects of one contractor. And the bag that had the cash had a receipt of the 3 projects that cash was for. And the next meeting was supposed to be with another contractor for 15 million pesos cash. And the proposal was to meet all the contractors over the coming days for them to all give their suporta para sa aking mga educational na programa. And because obviously that is illegal, I thought to call the PNP. And I stated in my post earlier that I hope the DE can become a state witness, because it's not obviously going to solve the problems of the DPWH to pick on one employee.
Correct.
That we have one employee who can tell us a lot about the inner workings of the DPWH and hopefully fix not only the projects in my district but in other districts.
So I suppose when he asked for a meeting, you had an inkling already that he was about to offer a bribe? Is that why you took the meeting?
We have been talking with them about the ongoing inquiries on their projects. Because the flood control projects in our district were damaged by recent typhoons.
So
in fact, we've had several meetings before, mostly in the DPWH First District office, where we have been discussing with them why the projects that were paid for and recently completed were damaged. And the National Expenditure Program for 2026 was just that week released. And that contains the proposed projects for each congressman's district for the coming year. So one of the other things that congressmen are discussing now are what amendments to make on the projects proposed by DPWH in each district. Ostensibly, the agenda to also discuss the upcoming year's projects. But I would like to just put it out there that all of you know that there is SOP widely in DPWH districts, and oftentimes it's just not discussed openly. And of course, reason I'm discussing this openly is because I will not accept any SOP, but that hopefully the of a district engineer can bring some more seriousness to the need to stop these practices in DPWH.
So kung ang packaging niya ay he was representing contractors at yung ibibigay niya sa inyo na tulong sa edukasyon, mga education programs nyo ay galing sa mga contractors. Ganun ang kanyang presentation.
Yes, there's no question because the bag had a receipt listing 3 projects and was of the cost of those 3 projects. And the total projects of the first district of Batangas in 2025 are 3.6B, and the bulk of them are with a few contractors, and he said he's talked with them and willing na willing sila na magpadala ng suporta sa'yo. And makikipag-meeting lang kami sana if we had not called the PNP.
Sir, na-curious ako dun sa receipt.
Congressman, tong district engineer who was arrested, has he given any indication that he is willing to turn state witness?
I sympathize for him because, of course, this is unexpected and overwhelming. But
Yeah.
he has not, of course, been able to give any public comment.
But he is willing to cooperate.
But I would just like to emphasize that, of course, the general press prefers a sensationalized story about a 3.1 bribe. But the story is really there's 1 trillion pesos plus of flood control projects that perhaps the bulk of that amount was wasted. And that even now we have an 880 billion peso DPWH budget for 2026 for approval. That doesn't seem like people are questioning why we don't significantly decrease it. So I think one of the immediate actions that should be taken is to assess the costs of DPWH projects and apply a significant cut to the proposed 880 billion peso DPWH budget, which includes 250 billion pesos of flood control projects.
Si Mahar Lagmay had a